is a quick short video, and this is from just looking at a lot of I've been studying a lot of videos of trainers, speakers out there, and one of the things that keeps coming up is you see a speaker come on stage and it takes them a while, especially those who are not professional. Now, there's some very wonderful speakers out there. They get on stage and immediately they're rocking and rolling. They have everybody, eating out of their palms and listening to every word, okay? Now, there's also speakers who get on stage and, you can clearly tell, there's some uncomfortable silence. There's a lot of chatter as well. People are standing up and leaving and going, to the toilet 10,000 times. And, it's just not happening. It's not smooth, But I've also been in situations where I have, had some trainings where, I always tell people, hey, there's two things in my seminars. Number one, I do my best to make sure I engage you from the time I start to the time I stop. In fact, some of the feedback we get is about, hey, I am always, actually one of my good friends, Peter, tells me, you know what, you're the only guy who has kept me sitting in a room for 2.5 hours without moving, okay? Now, that is not to impress you, but to impress upon you that I've learned something about how to quickly build rapport with people, okay? How to really engage people and keep them on stage. And in this video, I want to share with you what that is or what it takes. It's a very short video, but I want you to learn quickly as you get on your journey of becoming a great speaker. You must understand that getting into rapport, building rapport with your people, the people you're going to talk to, is almost 10, 15, 20% of what you need to be able to have a great speech that day. So number one, the beginning of building rapport starts before you get on stage, okay? This starts from getting to know your people, even if they're coming on from online or whatever. You need to know the kind of audience you're going to speak to. You need to get out there and greet and meet and greet before the training. Find out what they are about. Listen to the conversations. Watch them. Sometimes if they don't know who you are, sometimes people, it's interesting. Sometimes some people think Coach Phill is a white guy or something like that. No, I am as black as I come, born and bred in the most beautiful city on the planet called Ginger. Anyway, like I was saying, listen, get out, listen to them. See what is going on, okay? Watch what they're doing, okay? Meet them and greet them, okay? And then you will be able to get into rapport, because when you get on stage, you'll be able to what? To bring back some of the stuff you had out there, but because you've also met them, you say, oh, it's nice to see some lovely people, or it is nice to see some people, some familiar faces, okay? Boom, already getting into rapport. Then it will make your journey much, much easier as you get into your presentation. Next, always move the people. Always, when I say move them, this is something that, okay, we didn't pioneer, but, when I attended my first Tony Robbins seminar, we were sitting in a room for hours, waiting for the big man to arrive, and the guy arrives, and if you know the guy, he's big, he's huge, he arrives and says, hey, you guys have been sitting for far too long, everybody stand up. And I was thinking, damn, dude, we've been waiting for you all this time, now you want to make us stand up? Then I did not understand the psychology of speaking. I hadn't gotten on my journey of understanding this stuff, okay? He gets up and we begin to boogie and dance. The music it's like a rock concert. We're jumping, and he's jumping with us. Boom! It is not until after a couple years when I started to get into it, I realized, wow, this is what the guy was doing. He was getting us into rapport with himself, okay? So get up and move them, okay? Mirror and match and tell them, oh, let's do this. Yeah, sometimes people think, oh, coach, I can't do that. Guess what? If you can't do it, at least get them up and do a small stretch, okay? Or at least get them up and say, hey, stand up and say hello to the next person. Or just turn to the right and left and greet the person. Whatever. There's a beautiful one that I've heard of by John Maxwell. He's not the guy who's going to get you up and dance and what, but he will start off by saying, hey, I'm here to share this very fantastic message, but what I want you to do right now is turn to the person on the left and turn to the person on the right and tell them it is high time you came and learned something, Just that, number one, it gets people to laugh, but it also breaks the ice and gets you to build quick rapport with the people, okay? Next, one of the most important things you can do as a speaker trainer is to understand the power of presence, okay? I cannot emphasize this, but you must be totally 110 present when you're on stage. Let me explain. Look, when people are sitting there listening to you, their feelers for BS are quite a lot. And they can tell if you're there to either just sell them something, or you're there to serve, or you're there to just be, to just learn or whatever. No, they can feel you. They can feel if you're 110% present. Okay? You're not worried about, oh, are they judging me? Or are they thinking about this or that? No. one of the most important things is you must learn to be present. One of the things that we teach at World Class Speakers Training, which is coming up soon, there's going to be a link somewhere below here. Look out for it. World Class Speakers helps you to understand what being present is. We do an exercise there where you just come and stand in front of people, and they will be able to tell you if you've connected or not. Now, it's such an amazing experience. I can't explain it, but it's just one of those, when you get it, you become a master on stage, because you can feel when your audience is out of rapport. You can feel when the energy levels go down. You know, sometimes I'm on stage, it is 3 o'clock, we've been rocking and rolling, and then I just feel, oh, I don't feel the energy. I say, everybody stand up. They stand up, we do a stretch, we do whatever we have to do, we jump, we do some qigong stuff, then everybody's alert, boom, we're back in state, and we got up. Because your job when you're on stage is to what? Is to serve. But you can't serve people who are sleeping or people who are not in rapport, okay? So it is important that you do what you have to do to make sure they're in rapport with you, but most importantly that you're serving them, okay? Next one, tell a story that relates to them. Tell a relating story, okay? We talk about stories, and we talk about the Zeigarnik effect during the sessions, where we teach you how to tell stories. You capture their mind, you take it on a journey, you take them on a journey in their head. They're going through their own life journey, even if it is your story, but you're relating to them. And then you get somewhere where you leave a loop, okay, where, you know, I think well, everybody knows there's something called the Zeigarnik effect, where incompletes are much more memorable. You don't finish the story, and then you put your content, okay? And they will remain alert until the time that you finish your story. That helps you to keep in rapport, but it also helps you for them to stick with you consistently all the time throughout the presentation. And then finally, just be yourself. Just be a person who just wants to be there to help out, to serve, to make a difference, okay? I used to like to say be authentic, but what does that mean? Okay, just be the kind of guy, the kind of person, the kind of man, woman who is going to get on there and be vulnerable enough to share who you really are. Now, this has two things. Those people who are, it allows other people to be vulnerable. It allows other people to be who they have to be. But it also allows to relate. You know, sometimes as a speaker, you get there and you're trying to be this all macho guy, and what? You don't relate with the people at all. Therefore, you're not in rapport. But your job is to get there and be able to share something that allows them to be vulnerable and say, you know what, that relates to me because I've been there, or I am there, or, you know, I know somebody who's been there. And then what you're teaching helps them to go from there to get to the next level, okay? Why? You know, a problem well stated is a problem half solved. If you get into that kind of state where you're vulnerable, where you share, you know, your deepest, darkest things, and then use it to go to the next level, naturally you're going to get into rapport with people, okay? Now, again, I said we share this in the World Class Speakers Training. You can come there and, hey, we can take you to the next level. There's going to be a link below this video, a link, click, and let's make it happen for you, because your voice changes everything. Until next time, live strong, have some passion, and know that you have the audacity to live life on your terms. By the way, please share with somebody, give us a thumbs up, give us a thumbs down, whichever it is, share with somebody, and you never know, you might make a difference in the speaker's life. Thank you.